Hey everyone, it's Sarah, and today is day 1 of the 5-day pouch test. This is the first time I've ever done this, and I know some people have mixed feelings about the pouch test, but I decided to go ahead and try it. And as I had said before, there's like several people on YouTube or several people from YouTube who I talk to on Facebook and Twitter, and they're also doing the 5-day pouch test with me. So that's been very, very motivational, is knowing that I'm not in this alone, because there's been a couple of times where I've just been like, screw it. I want something to eat. But I haven't. I got up today and I had my protein shake to start off with, and then I started working on my fluids, and I didn't really get hungry until about noon. So I opened up a can of broccoli and cheese soup and had that, and oh, it was really good. It was really good. And then then I worked on my fluids some more. Then I was just like, I gotta get out of this place. I have to go, do something. So I decided to go for a walk. So I'm going to take my dog for a walk. And we didn't get very far, but she's been a wuss lately for some reason. When I take her on her walks, it's like she's all excited for like the first 5 minutes, and then she's like, really, I'm tired. I just want to go home. So she keeps stopping, and it's really just frustrating. And I was really getting into the walk because I was trying to work past any cravings that I had, and I had my earphones on, and I was just like, it's a gorgeous day out. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. Sorry, I put my timer in the drawer this time. Anyway, so I had to come back to the apartment to drop her off, and then I walked 2 miles after that. So I probably walked like 2.5 miles today. And it was fast walking. Like, I was listening to some, fast-paced music, and there was a couple times when I had jogged a little bit, and then not a whole bunch of jogging, just a little bit, because I'm getting back into it. I have really bad knees, really, really bad knees, and I've tried running and jogging a couple of times, and it just, if I'm not really extremely careful, I end up hurting myself. So, I did a little bit today. I did a little bit of jogging today, and my knees are okay, so we'll see what happens. But, yeah, so I had my headphones on, and I was just like, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this, And then I get back here to my place, and Bailey just plopped out on the floor like, oh. Like, I just took her so far, but she's a wuss. Anyways, so I got back from my walk, and I had a protein shake, so that was my second protein shake. And then shortly after that, probably like an hour after that, I was like starting to get hungry. So I was like, well, I don't want to have dinner yet because it's way too early. It was like, at that point, it was probably about 3:30-ish. So I decided to have a sugar-free pudding cup, and that really just didn't do anything for me. It just made me want to eat even more, honestly. So about it was probably about 5, I had my, I opened up a can of tomato soup, and I added some pepper and a little bit of Parmesan cheese, and powdered kind, not the, I don't know if that makes a difference. I know we're not supposed to have cheese on day 1 and 2, but I'm sorry, I gotta have my cheese fix at least once a day, so I figured Parmesan cheese would be my safest bet. So, oh, and then there's a guy that I work with who gave me some fresh chives out of his garden, so I've been like putting those on everything. Ugh, it's been so good. So I put some fresh chives in the tomato soup, and it ended up being pretty darn tasty. But that was at 5, and shortly after that I started getting hungry. like 2 hours, I guess, after that I started getting hungry. And because I find myself, before the 5-day pouch test, I find myself like eating every 2 hours because my surgeon basically said, I know everybody's is different, but my surgeon said, don't count calories, don't count fat, make sure you get your protein in every day, make sure you get your fluids in, and eat when you're hungry, and stop when you're full. So that's what I've been doing for 14 months. Until last week when I started getting on SparkPeople, and some of those things you have to see, like with the meat especially, like how much it weighs. So I had to dig out my food scale and dust it off, and you know, like I was looking at, one night I had some chicken, or it was leftover barbecue I think we had, and I was like, whoa, this is probably like 3 ounces, or you know, like this is probably more than I should be eating. So I got my scale out and it was just barely 1 ounce. So I'm really completely clueless whenever it comes to the whole how much food you're supposed to be getting, like how many ounces, because I thought it was way more than that, and it was just teetering like right at like 1 ounce or a little bit below. So maybe I'm not eating as much as I think I'm eating. I'm not sure. And well, it also depends on what it is. But anyway, totally getting off track here. The cravings haven't been that bad for the first part of the day, but now that it's getting to be evening, the cravings are coming on even more. And I'm like, I really, really just want crunchy. I want crunchy. I know there's a bag of pistachios in there in my cabinet, and they're calling my name, let me tell you. So, I just had some sugar-free pudding, and now that my timer just went off, I'm going to work on my liquids again and try to get into bed at a decent time, so I'm not worried about the cravings. So, anyways, I hope everyone that did the pouch test today did good. I hope the cravings weren't all that bad. I've talked to, you know, a few different people on Twitter, and some people were really struggling. At one point I became like very, very weak today, and I was just like, I was describing it to my friend, you know, because she was asking how I was doing, and I said, well, honestly, like, I feel like a crack addict that is just wanting to shoot up like so freaking bad, and I'm starting to go through withdrawals. But I eventually worked past that. I've just been really, really keeping busy. I took a bath. That's why my hair is all a mess. I took a bath. My apartment is like super clean. I walked over to my mom's and hung out with her for a little bit. I did my dishes, and I watched a movie, and I gave myself a pedicure and painted my toenails and everything else. So been trying to keep busy. I'm going to try to do a video tomorrow. I think I'm running out of time here, so I'm going to try to do a video tomorrow and update you guys. Hang in there, everybody. I know we can do this. Let's not let food beat us. We need to take control, and we're not going to let the food win. So let's do this. It's only one more day of fluids, and then we can start going to food that we can, you know, actually chew, which I'm really looking forward to that. So it's a chewing thing. I don't know. Anyways, I hope everybody's doing great, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.